start the show in a sec, guys. Filling in for Rusty Humphreys tonight, my buddy. Known him for a very long time, very talented gentleman. Going to get started on LibertyOneTV.com and the American Patriot on Facebook. How's that sound? You better be ready. So we've got some content. Oh, we're going to have some fun tonight, guys. All right. Welcome, guys. Glad to have you here. Liberty One TV and, of course, the American Patriot, wherever you're watching. Let's get this thing. Let's get this thing started. How's that sound?
It's the Rob Carson Show. Are you ready to be podsmacked? Now, here's Rob Carson.
Here is Rob Carson, and welcome to the show, guys. Thank you for joining me. You guys are normally used to watching Mr. Rusty Humphreys this time, but you know what? I'm filling in. Rusty's got some other stuff to do, and I'll explain my relationship to Rusty. Known Rusty for a long time, actually. And I will explain that in just 1 second here. All right. Anyway, welcome to the show. Glad to have you joining me tonight. We've got a lot of stuff to get to. Operation Crossfire Hurricane, the biggest scandal in most of our lives and maybe in the history of the country. I'll explain in a moment. Donald Trump being accused of calling immigrants animals. Unbelievable. Rudy Giuliani goes after Robert Mueller. Democrats did not make it to the opening of the embassy in Jerusalem. They also did not make it to a party in D.C. celebrating that. Unbelievable. And some lighter stuff, too. I've got some lighter stuff as well. Some great stories. Oh, kindergartners and elementary students forced to put up anti-NRA and anti-GOP signs. A Florida teacher accused of drowning raccoons and making his students participate. And the most amazing story I've heard in a long time. A 94-year-old duffer. Been golfing since he was 28 years old. Can no longer golf, so he played his final round. What's the most amazing thing that could happen to a golfer on his final round? What's the most amazing thing that could happen? Not being struck by lightning. So we're going to get to all that in just a few. All right. And, of course, your comments are welcome. Your shares, I'd like to know you're watching tonight. Where are you watching? I'd love to know. So when you comment, just say, hey, you know what? I'm watching it wherever. And wherever. This is so thoroughly disgusting. The Robert Mueller investigation started, he was declared special counsel a year ago. But Operation Crossfire Hurricane began 100 days before the election in 2016. To the public, they're just lyrics to a Rolling Stones song. You know the song. I was born in a crossfire hurricane. I don't know why they came up with it. Great song, by the way, Jumpin' Jack Flash. The phrase was a top secret code name used before the launch of the Russia investigation, which was created to go after Donald Trump with zero evidence. There was nothing going on with Donald Trump. Donald Trump was not colluding with the Russians. Everybody knew this. Everybody knew this. The FBI, the Obama administration, the Hillary Clinton campaign. This was all meant to distract from Hillary Clinton's collusion with the Russians when she was Secretary of State. And I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to be so livid about this, but damn it, that's what this was. There was nothing there. This was nothing more than weaponizing the FBI to distract. Number one thing was not about taken down Donald Trump's campaign. It was not, because nobody thought Donald Trump was going to win. That was not what this was about. This was all about distracting from Hillary Clinton's incredible corruption with regard to her being Secretary of State, selling 1/5 of our uranium reserves to a Russian company named Uranium One, and then getting $150 million from Russian companies to the corrupt, broken Clinton Global Initiative. It was about distracting from a private email server which housed all of the emails with regard to her collusion with Russia, and she destroyed 33,000 of them. And Jim Comey, at the time head of the FBI, exonerated her before he even interviewed her. And what they wanted to do is distract from her and go after Donald Trump. And if they could get two in the bag, that's great. Nobody thought Donald Trump was going to win. However, what they needed was a scapegoat. What they needed was a distraction, and that's what they did with this. This is the sickest thing I've ever seen in my life. I've been studying politics, and I've been talking about politics for a number of years as a political satirist and a talk show host. I don't know who thinks of this. I don't know who the hell thinks of this. I don't know who says, wow, Hillary Clinton destroyed 33,000 emails. There was collusion within the departments of the government. They knew that she was in trouble. She had a private server. She destroyed 33,000 emails. No questions asked. Her foundation got $150 million from Russian companies. She signed off on the rights of 1/5 of our uranium reserves to a Russian company called Uranium One while she was Secretary of State. When she lost the election, her foundation crumbled and nobody gave her money. Why is that? No influence to sell. What the hell else do we need to know? We know that the FBI had two operatives working in the Trump campaign. An unidentified government informant met multiple times with Trump campaign advisors Carter Page, George Papadopoulos, according to the report from the New York Times. It's a new report today. If you haven't read it, I haven't read the whole thing, but it's amazing. The bombshell is buried deep inside the story about the early days of Crossfire Hurricane. Why wasn't there a song about Hillary Clinton? Why wasn't there an Operation whatever about Hillary Clinton? Maybe an Elton John song, Operation The Bitch Is Back. How's that? The FBI's counterintelligence investigation of the possible collusion between Trump campaign and Russian governor was called Crossfire Hurricane. There was no evidence in it. There was nothing there. You know what there was? There was a bought and paid for dossier, $9 million from the Hillary Clinton campaign, the DNC, Barack Obama's Organizing for America. They created it out of whole cloth. Nothing existed before, but they needed a distraction. They thought Donald Trump was a doof. He had no chance of winning, but they needed a distraction from the real collusion and the real corruption of the Hillary Clinton time as the Secretary of State. I swear to God, if this isn't crystal clear for you right now, I don't know what the hell is. Hello, Cyril. Hello, Ryan. Ryan, how you doing, my brother? Linda, hi. Is this not clear to you yet? Do you not understand? Do you not understand that they created Operation Crossfire Hurricane? They made it up. They made it up to distract from the real collusion of Hillary Clinton and the Russians. Dear God in heaven, do you not understand this? They would have created this. They would have done this to Donald Trump if they thought he was going to win, but nobody thought he was going to win. He was a throwaway candidate, and he was just going to be used for a distraction. That's what it was. If you could share with other people, that'd be great. Hi. Thank you. Unbelievable. And Hillary Clinton, have you noticed she's been pretty quiet lately? She's, She occasionally talks about the reasons why she's losing and blaming it on other people, misogyny, sexism, whatever. Unbelievable. If you don't understand this and you don't get this by now, you are out of your effing mind. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about. It was all about planting a story. It was all about planting. For instance, July 2016, 2 FBI agents went to London to uncover evidence that Australian Ambassador Alexander Downer claimed to have on the Trump campaign. What happened was there was an FBI agent went after this doofus, George Papadopoulos, 24-year-old dude, talking to him, said, hey, man, Russians have Hillary emails. So he took this. He's a young guy. He's drunk and he's hanging out. And all of a sudden he's at a meeting. I think it's New Year's Eve. Australian ambassador sitting there. FBI informant sitting there. He's drunk. He says, yeah, you know, the Russians have Hillary emails. They hacked them. The Australian ambassador, sitting with a Clinton supporter and donor, went to the FBI. Went to the FBI and said, hey, man, this Trump campaign advisor says that, and Papadopoulos is a dumb, drunk, 24-year-old idiot. But they went to the FBI and they said, hey, you know, this Trump advisor, he's saying that the Russians have some emails. And it was just enough to spark an interest in an investigation. This combined with a dossier was paid for by the DNC, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama's Organizing for America. Just enough to get a FISA judge to go, okay, you can surveil them. This is just the beginning, dear God in heaven. 4 Trump campaign associates, Michael Flynn, who, by the way, the FBI said in an original interview did not lie, but he's had his life destroyed. Paul Manafort, Richard Gates, Papadopoulos been charged. Though the charges are unrelated to Russian interference in the 2016 election. So it's not about this. This was just about a deep dive Robert Mueller investigation where they could get anybody associated to Donald Trump on anything. Paul Manafort on some sort of a, I don't know, banking charge from 2005 has nothing to do with this. But what it was an excuse to do a deep dive, to do a fishing expedition and find somebody who did something wrong associated with Donald Trump and hurt him. I swear to God in heaven, I've never seen anything like it. You've never seen anything like it. And it's all about Donald Trump being an outsider. Chad Potier, how you doing? Donald Trump is the ultimate outsider, and Washington, D.C. wanted, and it didn't start with them thinking that he was going to win. It didn't start with him thinking he was going to win. All of this started because they needed to distract from Hillary Clinton's corruption. That's what it was. And they needed a convenient scapegoat. And they might have tried somebody else. They might have done Ted Cruz. I don't know. I doubt it. But they knew that Donald Trump had building hotels in Moscow and all this stuff. It all started out as a distraction to just take the focus off of Hillary Clinton and her ungodly corrupt foundation and her husband, Uranium One, all of this. That's what it was all about. That was what it was all about. And then it became something more. Then it became destroying a candidate. Okay? The distraction was happening. Then it became destroying a candidate. Then it became destroying a transition team. And now it's about, well, they're trying to destroy a presidency, but it's falling apart on them. It's falling apart on them, baby. Un-effing real. I swear to God in heaven, I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. Hello, Rob Ryan. How are you? And Sarah, good to have you. Filling in for Rusty tonight. Rusty's just chilling. He's, taking the day off. Rudy Giuliani. I want to get the Trump animal story in a second here. Rudy Giuliani was talking about the Robert Mueller investigation. Rudy and all of America know there's no collusion between President Trump and Russia. And so Rudy is, talking about how corrupt the Mueller team is. Here Rudy is talking about how he has the president's back, and he does, by the way. Hold on 1 second. Let me play it. There you go. Oh, sorry. Stop. Try it again.
The president trusts me, and I trust the president. I have his back in the right way. I believe I would represent any president put through this kind of torture. This is not right for our country. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing it pro bono, and I'm doing it because I believe that this is just plain wrong.
And you're going to find out. And by the way, you're going to find out. You're going to find out that this is very. Stop. You're going to find out this is very wrong. This is ungodly, corrupt. This is something we've never seen before. Rudy Giuliani is going to be. He's going to be a hero when this is all over. Here's a little bit more for Giuliani and the victims of the Robert Mueller investigation, which have nothing to do with Russian collusion. Again, it's a fishing expedition for the history of anybody involved with Donald Trump, any wrongdoing, so they can somehow tie it to Donald Trump and take him down. That's what this is all about. Here he is.
So much.
You maintain that the expansion of this probe, as it's been expanded,
and the misconduct
is illegitimate.
What they did with Manafort, what they did with Michael Cohen.
Thank you.
All of the illegitimate things they've done. Possibly placing a spy.
Two spies. They placed two spies. Government informant spied on two Trump campaign aides. So it's one spy, but he went after two. Sorry about that.
Trump campaign. All these things are areas where indictments have been dismissed because of government misconduct. Some of these same people have done it. I do not understand what Bob was thinking of hiring these people.
Robert Mueller hired a lot of corrupt people because he's a corruptocrat. He did. Unbelievable. Here is Rudy Giuliani talking about if Robert Mueller wants to play, doesn't want to give this up, he's going to tear him apart.
Timeline. What is your optimal timeline for this to wrap up?
They should do it today.
Yep.
I mean, as soon as possible. I think that they have the facts from which they can write their report. If you're going to write a fair report, fine, write it. If you're going to write an unfair report, write it, and we will combat it. We're ready to rip it apart, and we're ready to rip them apart if that's what they want. We would rather peacefully settle this and get it over with.
$10 million. A 1-year witch hunt. $10 million in a 1-year witch hunt. And by the way, this whole operation starting 100 days before the election, Crossfire Hurricane, dear Lord, I don't even know where to go. This is going to break. This is going to open up. This is going to become something bigger than we ever imagined. I believe this. This was all about the D.C. swamp, Hillary Clinton, protecting Hillary Clinton, knowing that she was going to win, finding some sort of scapegoat to detract, and then it evolved into more because the more that Donald Trump became when he became the candidate, the more they needed to destroy him. Not distract, destroy. Distract from Hillary Clinton, destroy Donald Trump. And then the swamp realized he'd been elected, and then they had to go after his transition team, and then they have to destroy his presidency. All the while, part of this is because they hate him. There's a deep state in Washington, D.C. He's upsetting the apple cart. There are a lot of people there in D.C. who are making a lot of money, living really large. And here's this outsider, never held public office. Think about how upsetting that is to Washington, D.C. insiders. Think about how upsetting that is. 12 of the richest counties in America surround Washington, D.C. The average federal worker salary is 70% higher than the private sector, and all of them get pensions and benefits. Okay? Here comes a man who's never held public office. When was the last time somebody became the president with never holding public office? I'm not sure. I need to do some research. Why do you suppose? Again, started off as a distraction from Hillary Clinton's corruption. Then he became the candidate. So they had to attack him. So not only a distraction from her corruption, but had to go after him so she could win the election. They're making him a useful scapegoat. Then when he wins, oh, Lord in heaven, everything's upside down. Hillary Clinton's going to be exposed. And now that today this New York Times piece came out, well, I don't hear anything from Barack Obama. I don't hear anything from Hillary Clinton. Nobody, are they saying this piece in the New York Times is just bullcrap? Oh man, this is going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. New York Times Daily and the New York Daily News created a viral hoax claiming that Donald Trump called all immigrants animals. Here is what the president actually said in a roundtable about immigration and about MS-13 gang. 1 second here. Let me play this. Hold on. There we are.
Timeline. What is your optimal timeline?
Okay, that's not the piece I wanted. Hold on 1 second. Here it is.
Possible. I think that they have.
Hold on.
I know about if they don't reach a certain threshold, I cannot tell ICE about them.
We have people coming into the country.
We start that again. Hold on.
And we're stopping a lot of them. But we're taking people out of the country. You wouldn't believe how bad these people are. These aren't people. These are animals.
Now, he was talking about, she had referred to MS-13 gang members, and I pardon me, I had a little technical snafu there. But she was talking about this woman at the round table basically said that she knew of MS-13 gang members, but if they don't reach a certain threshold, she can't tell ICE about it. It's apparently this sheriff named Mims, and the president said, we got a lot of people coming in here and they're scumbags, basically. This sheriff says there could be an MS-13 member I don't know about. If they don't reach a certain threshold, I can't tell ICE. Donald Trump says we have a lot of them come to the country, trying to come in. We're stopping them. You wouldn't believe how bad these people are. These aren't people. They are animals. That was it. But, of course, the New York Times and the left in this country went bananas. They took it out of context. They weren't paying attention. And all they needed was talking points from the New York Times and the New York Daily News. That's all they needed before they started shooting their damn mouths off. New York Times ran a story with the headline, Trump calls some unauthorized immigrants animals in rant. President Trump lashed out at undocumented immigrants during a White House meeting on Wednesday, warning in front of news cameras that dangerous people are clamoring to breach the country's borders and branding such people animals. Such crap. Here's Hollywood's reaction, and it's typical because they don't pay attention. They don't read. Kathy Griffin, how the F isn't this a breaking news story? The president of the United States calling immigrants animals. He's acting just like it's just the criminals, but he really means all immigrants. Conan O'Brien. Like I give a crap what Conan O'Brien says. Dehumanizing bigot monster. Shut up, Conan, you complete douche. Andy Richter. Like anybody cares what Andy Richter has to say. Yes, he is a dehumanizing bigot monster. Oh, this is all caps, by the way. But also, he has no idea what he's talking about. Him talking about laws is like a chimp talking about brain surgery. Please, someone stop this. Andy Richter, you've always been a fat buffoon sidekick. You've always been a fat buffoon sidekick who rode the coattails of Conan O'Brien to fame, you fat douche. You have no idea what you're talking about. Just sit there and giggle and laugh at Conan O'Brien's lines. Nobody watches your show. I have more people, I swear to God, I've got more people on a monthly basis watching this than watch the Conan O'Brien show. What's Conan O'Brien on? Is he on TBS? I think he might be on TBS. Nobody watches Conan O'Brien anymore. Who the hell watches Conan O'Brien? I admired him when we came up from Saturday Night Live. He got his own show. Nobody watches him. Sarah Huckabee Sanders on this, and I love it. She went after Stephen Portnoy. I used to work with Stephen Portnoy in D.C. Here's what Sarah Huckabee Sanders had to say to Stephen Portnoy about this accusation that Donald Trump, and it was absolutely bogus, was talking about all immigrants being animals when he was talking about MS-13.
People in the country have been talking about it in the last 24 hours. What did the president mean when he said some immigrants are not people, they're animals?
The president was very clearly referring to MS-13 gang members
Duh.
who enter the country illegally and whose deportations are hamstrung by our laws. This is one of the most vicious and deadly gangs that operates by the motto of rape, control, and kill.
Yes.
If the media and liberals want to defend MS-13, they're more than welcome to. Frankly, I don't think the term that the president used was strong enough. MS-13 has done heinous acts. It took an animal to stab a man 100 times and decapitate him and rip his heart out. It took an animal to beat a woman they were sex trafficking with a bat 28 times, indenting part of her body. And it took an animal to kidnap, drug, and rape a 14-year-old Houston girl. Frankly, I think that
I think she's on the right track here, kids.
Term animal doesn't go far enough. And I think that the president should continue to use his platform and everything he can do under the law to stop these types of horrible, disgusting people.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Donald Trump was talking about MS-13. Honestly, you can pick apart the president. You can go after all sorts of stuff, but unless you've actually read, you've done your homework, STFU. STFU. Dave Campbell has joined us. The genius Dave Campbell has joined us in Chicago. Brilliant imaging director. Brilliant singer. How you doing, Dave? So, the grand opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem was not attended by Democrats. They threw a party in D.C. on Monday. Coincided with it. No Democrats showed up either. According to the Times of Israel, the offices of two other Jewish Democratic lawmakers, Representatives Ted Deutsch of Florida, Nita Lowey of New York, said they were invited, but the event fell on a district day, and they were not in Washington to attend the affair. Indeed, Congress itself was not in session on Monday, so many legislators were out of town. The D.C. event saw 1,000 attendees. Israel's ambassador to the United States, Ron Dermer, praised Donald Trump. A large leap for truth. Joe Lieberman was there. Lieberman said, I'm not disappointed and I'm not surprised because support for it has been broadly bipartisan. Why? And why are Jews in this country Democrats? Can somebody just please tell me why are Jews in this country Democrats? It makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. I got a couple fun stories I want to share with you that I think you're going to enjoy. I think you're really going to enjoy them. Hold on, let me find a couple here. Oh, this thing. Well, okay. The drowning raccoon story. I want to get into this because honestly, it's insane. A teacher decided to drown raccoons in cages like they do to ISIS prisoners. All right, I'm not trying to equate human life with animal life, but what are you thinking? I'll get to that in a second. Kindergartners and elementary students were forced to put up anti-NRA signs and anti-GOP signs in Philadelphia, and one mom wasn't too happy about it. She got so mad she actually took her kids out of school. Here's the story.
Welcome back. So a public school in Philadelphia sparking outrage for displaying anti-NRA and anti-GOP signs. The signs were covered up for elections yesterday, but our next guest says the signs must come down, and so does the Republican Party of Pennsylvania. Joining us now is Erin Elmore, a former Trump campaign surrogate and an NRA member. She planned to send her son to this school, but has since decided against that. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So you came on a few weeks ago. Just remind our audience about
God, the women at Fox are so ugly.
What's going on here and why this is such a problem for you.
Well, I was walking past the local public school in my town and where I pay taxes and where my son would go to kindergarten next year. And I saw these signs that said anti-NRA and anti-GOP messages. This is a public school. These children are as young as 5. How do they know what the GOP or the NRA is?
Who's putting up these signs then?
Allegedly some of the students, but I think they were forced to do so. And no matter how you come out on this politically, Philadelphia has something like a 70% high school graduation rate.
Yes.
That's 10% below the national average. These kids need to learn how to read. They need to learn math. Right? They need to learn science. Also, why are we indoctrinating our children? They shouldn't have hatred in their hearts. They should have love for everyone, no matter what political party you belong to.
So okay, I don't care if you're even like in 6th grade. You can't grasp political concepts. This is pure 100% adulterated propaganda. Not uncommon. It happens in college and academia. It's happening in an elementary school in Philadelphia. Unbelievable. I want to say hi to Andre in Shawnee, near me. I live in Overland Park, Kansas. And I'm starting to sell cars on Monday. Look right there. Hendrick Toyota Miriam. Oh, by the way, I was my podcast last night reached over 11,000 people. A lot of them in the Kansas City area. So if you're in the Kansas City area, come see me at Hendrick Toyota Miriam, okay? I'm starting my training tomorrow. And I'm just going to do this, and I'm also going to continue doing this. All right? Need to make a living. Need to support my family. Florida high school teacher was placed on paid leave. This is sick. Over allegations he drowned a pair of raccoons in a trash bin while students assisted and watched. He made them do this. And he told them, shut up or I'll punish you. This is sick. This is sick. Here's the report from WKMG. Hold on one second. Let me get rid of that other one here. All right, hold on. Got a little bit of, here we are. All right, let's try this again. I don't know why I still have that hot teacher up there, but here we go. This is about the drowning raccoons.
Happening in Ocala, a teacher in Marion County, according to the kids, forced his students to watch this, to stand by as he drowned these wild animals. All of it's on video. The video was secretly recorded by a student who says he was upset about what was going down. The teacher drowned 2 raccoons and a possum in trash cans that he filled with water.
Who does this? This is what Jeffrey Dahmer did as a child. This honestly, this is what Jeffrey Dahmer did as a child. Who the hell does this? Who the hell throws a garbage bag full of puppies into a river? What a sick SOB. I don't care if these are wild, any animal. What the hell are you thinking?
One of the students' moms says that he did it because a raccoon had eaten a chicken.
So what?
That the class was raising at this school. The teacher reportedly told students anyone who took video or photos was going to get written up.
Well, somebody did it, and I'm glad they did it.
He knew while it was happening that it was wrong, so he did it anyway and stood behind people hiding, taking pictures and videos.
The mom didn't want to be identified. As of tonight, the teacher's on paid administrative leave.
Should not be paid.
While this school investigates. The school board issued a statement saying while law enforcement says the teacher may not have done anything illegal, they're still concerned about it. And Fish and Wildlife is also investigating.
Unbelievable. What a sycophantic freak to do something like this. To do this and make kids... What the hell are we talking about here? You put down an animal. I don't care what kind of animal it is. You put it down in a humane fashion. To drown it in a cage? Are you out of your effing mind, you sick? Fire his ass. Fire his ass. My God. I know, Linda, it's ridiculous. All right, let's do something a little fun. I got a couple. I'm trying to think of what I got here. Did that. You're about the gorilla that flipped off people. You're going to like this. There's a gorilla in Holland. You're stuck in a cage and you're pretty smart and, you're blocked off by glass, so you can't throw your poo at people, and you get mad. This gorilla just said, and I don't doubt that gorillas and chimpanzees and any animal gets frustrated in the zoo, and this gorilla figured out, I guess, what flipping the bird means. Here's the picture. There he is, right there. You know what? F you. Yeah, F you. Leave me alone. I'm tired of being stared at. I'm a glorious silverback. I'm 400 pounds on the strength of 10 men. I'm bored, and you're staring there looking at me. So he flipped them off. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Okay. Oh, did you hear about this? It's the latest viral sensation. Apparently, there's a kid was looking up something on vocabulary.com, and a girl looked up the definition of the word laurel. Now, when it played the word laurel, some people heard something else. This is weird. I want you to listen to this. Now, I want you to listen to this, and Linda and Andre and Dave and all you guys. What do you hear when I play this? What do you hear, Laurel or Yanny? Laurel or Yanny? Listen, Laurel or Yanny. Here it is.
Laurel. Laurel.
That's weird, because yesterday I heard Yanny. That's weird. Hold on. Let's try it again. Hold on.
Laurel. Laurel.
Somebody's messing with my mind, because I heard Yanny yesterday. That is really weird. What did you guys hear? What did you hear? You know what? I know I heard this different yesterday. I know I heard this. I heard Yanny yesterday. Somebody's playing with me. Somebody is playing with me. Because I heard Yanny yesterday. And now I'm hearing Laurel today. That is... Come on, somebody's messing with me. Write me. Paula says Laurel. Paula says... Really? Okay. I heard Laurel too, Paula, but yesterday I heard Yanny. Yesterday I heard Yanny.
Laurel. Laurel.
Why did somebody's screwing with me. I heard Yanny yesterday. I swear to Paula, Linda, you heard, okay, Laurel. That's what I heard. I heard Yanny yesterday. I swear to God in heaven. Hold on. I'll find it on I'll find it on my Facebook page. Hold on. I'll find it on my Facebook page. Where is it? Hold on. And I'll see if I have the link from yesterday, because I heard Yanny. And I had people talking to me. I'm going to play the audio off of yesterday. Let's see if I can. Hold on one second. I swear to God I had it here. I heard Yanny. I swear to God in heaven, I heard Yanny. Yesterday I heard Yanny. Today I'm hearing Laurel. What the hell kind of sense does that make? No, don't. I don't know where it is. It was right here. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Let's see if it's on this site from Yahoo. Here it is. Let me try and play this real quick, because I heard Yanny. And I even posted it, and people were calling, "You're a freak! You're a freak!" And I heard people who can't hear or whatever. Hold on, here we go. Hold on, here we go. See if I can play it off this site. Yahoo. I want to know.
Laurel.
Okay, now I'm hearing Laurel again. What the hell? Why is that? I heard Yanny yesterday. Whatever. Yeah, that ticks me off. Because I think somebody's playing with us. I think somebody's, whatever. Real quick, I just want to mention sponsor, Pit Barrel Cooker. Just go to Pit Barrel Cooker. Just Google Pit Barrel Cooker to go to liberty1tv.com for a cooker. These things are built and they will last you forever. They're amazing. You can smoke meats. You can roast meat slowly. You can grill. This is the classic. The classic is big. It's 18 inches across, about 30 gallons. You can get the junior. Oh, they're glorious. They are glorious. Created by an American veteran, Noah Glanville, and his wife. And Noah came back from Iraq with PTSD. Some veterans served him and his company barbecue, and he said, I'm home. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. Also, my conservative, politically incorrect swag line. It is at teepublic.com/ just look for conservatees. Go to TEEpublic and look up for conservatees with 2 E's. We've got 75 designs, me and Sam Cangelosi, including adorable deplorable, uranium one making Russian great again with the drunk Hillary Clinton in the middle of it. Keep calm, carry one with a gun in it. They're cool. They're cool. If you would check it out, please. I would greatly appreciate it. And, I want to thank my buddy Rusty Humphreys for letting me hang out in his time space tonight. Here's the deal. Ben Bender, 93-year-old, has hip bursitis. He'd been playing golf since he was 28 years old. He said his first round was with some coworkers who played JCs, asked him to join in. He bought Wilson clubs, bagged for $50 from a manager of a shoe shine shop, took to the course. He was a student of the game. He was a mold maker for Hazel Atlas, sold insurance for MetLife, played 6 days a week. When he lived in Florida, became a 3-handicap golfer. When he retired, he moved back to Zanesville, Ohio, regularly played Green Valley. The second hole I ever played, I hit my drive toward a fence. When I got there, I was ready to put the ball on a tee when another guy told me you can't do that. You can only tee up when you dry. I hit that ball and it hopped out of the grass like a rabbit. You know what he did in his last golf game of his life? What did he do on the last golf game of his life? He's still alive, but he can't play anymore. 93-year-old man gets out his 5 wood. I don't know how long the hole was, but he shot a hole in one. 93 years old. Been playing since he's 28. Never hit a hole in one. And this is why golf is such an ungodly, frustrating game. Because you can play your entire life and still suck. All right, guys. I greatly appreciate you watching me tonight. If you're in the Kansas City area, I start at Hendrick Toyota of Miriam on Monday. If you're looking for a Toyota, a new or used car, I would love for you to come by and talk to me because we know each other. Trying something new in my life. Trying something new. Gonna keep doing this. All right. You guys are the best. I really appreciate you joining me tonight. It's a late night for me. I never up this late. I'm usually crashing out on the couch watching HGTV with my wife. Okay. God bless you guys. I will see you again real soon. Make sure to support LibertyOneTV.com, LibertyOneTV.com, $4 a month. See you later.
Thanks for listening to The Rob Carson Show. Friend him on Facebook at Carson Show, on Twitter at Rob Carson, and on Instagram, I think Facebook and Twitter are enough for now. We'll see you soon. Thanks to the